I'm back. This is my second blog post, and I want to talk about me since it is a blog, but I also want to talk about watermelon. Don't ask us, I'm just going to do it. You can never know enough about a random thing, so watermelon is my random thing today. So, let's move on. I have notes because my last improv blog didn't go so well. I want to talk about my hobbies. First of all, my hobbies mostly consider ice cream and the violin and ice cream. Okay, moving on. I'm a high schooler. I'm a senior, so I almost graduated. Woohoo! As a senior and high schooler, you're pushed to go to college, right? You're applying for colleges, you're thinking about colleges, everything in college. And you also start thinking about what you want to do for a career. And of course, I've been doing a lot of that, and I've been thinking inside the box. But we all have those few dreams that are like, oh, this is what I really want to be when I get older, like a singer or a famous blogger or something like that. I honestly think it would be my dream job to be a stand-up comedian. At the same time, that's probably not going to happen, but it's my dream career, I guess you could say. And I like to think that maybe someday I could be that. What I've also noticed is that there's a lot of men stand-up comedians. And let's just face it, I'm not going to get a sex change because I don't have the balls for it. I worked really hard on that joke. So yeah, I have my stand-up career, like stand-up comedian would be my dream job as a career. But that's most likely not going to happen. Well, I think inside the box, so wildlife rehabilitation, that's my inside the box dream job, I guess you could say. So, now that we've talked about myself a lot, I really want to talk about watermelon. I don't know why, it just popped into my head. I want to talk about watermelon. So I'm going to talk a little bit about watermelon. I don't personally like watermelon, but it popped into my head, and who am I to question what popped into my head? And when I Googled it, some interesting things came up. I swear I did not know any of these previous facts before looking it up. So, without further ado, let's talk about watermelon. So, 5,000 million years ago was our first recorded harvest of watermelon in Egypt. Yeah, 5,000 years ago, Egyptians were concerned about talking about watermelon. I don't get that, like, hey Phil, you know, I'm running out of rock to ride on, but anything else we should probably throw in there? Yeah, you know, I just ate a really good watermelon, you should probably throw that in there. You know, it's definitely going to benefit our future generations. Hey, sounds good to me. Yeah, probably not how it happened. Interesting. Egyptians also gave their dead buddies, like the guys that were mummified, they gave them watermelon. Now, like I said, I'm not a personal fan of watermelon, so I wouldn't necessarily want that. But how would watermelon, out of all like the food you could have given your family or your friends or people that died, you give them watermelon? My mind can't comprehend that. Like his buddy, he's like, hey, you want to pull a prank on Phil? I know Phil didn't like watermelon, so let's put one in his tube so he has to live with it ever, for eternity, in the afterlife. Yeah. Probably not. Or where it's like, hey, I know Phil's dead and all, but I really think he could use a snack in the afterlife. Yeah, I have an extra watermelon over here, let's throw that in there. And did it just catch on from there and just keep going? I don't know. Oh, another cool thing is this is something I'm probably going to use in my everyday life from now on. Explorers, like, I don't know, Charles Darwin, they actually used watermelon for, like, canteens. Oh, this is cool. It's got the cool color. I'm going to hollow it out after I eat it. I'm going to put water in it. That's water. Did it taste, like, did they dry it out at least, or did it taste like watermelon? So like watermelon flavored water. So it's like watermelon canteens for the Mayo of today's world. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, it does, yeah. So, flavored water. Use watermelon canteens. I'm actually going to probably try this, because I have nothing better to do. Alright. Now, these are where some of this disturbing facts come in. Watermelon isn't a fruit. It's a vegetable. Okay, so everyone knows that, like, okay, tomatoes aren't vegetables, right? Yeah, because tomatoes are fruits. Everyone knows that, because it's common sense. But watermelon is not a fruit, it's a vegetable. Like, my mind, what? Blown. Nah. Ooh. Okay, this is the most interesting fact about watermelon. Scientists say that the ingredients in watermelon deliver Viagra-like effects to the blood system. Now, this is, yeah, I know, a weird fact about watermelon. And again, I had no idea this was going to come up when I Googled it. I also want to know how scientists figured this out. Like, are we seriously, like, paying scientists that went to, like, Harvard for school to just figure out what causes a boner? Really? I just want to know how they figured it out. That's my new wish. That's my new wish. How scientists figured this out about watermelon. There's no hope for the human race. Alright, so now that you are craving watermelon, my fellow watermelon craving people, I'm going to give you 3 good facts for next time you go pick out that good looking watermelon that just caught your eye from across the room. It has to be firm. It's got to be nice size, because everyone wants a nice size watermelon. And you know, this is the cool part. People are always like, there's so much controversy, I feel, when it comes to that yellow on the bottom of the watermelon. Is that supposed to be there? Like, is that good or is that bad? Because I grew up thinking, oh, yes, the yellow on the bottom is a good thing. And then I grew up, no, the yellow on the bottom is a bad thing. It's a good thing. It means when there's yellow on the bottom, that means it's been out in the sun. It's like, ooh, I'm getting weathered. I'm getting nice and, yeah. So, yes, it has to be firm. It has to be big. And it must be weathered. The nice yellow rump. Alright. So, this is, again, just a rough sketch of another vlog. I'm probably not going to stop vlogging. It's kind of a personal thing I do more for myself than I do for you guys. But if you guys enjoy it, then that's even more of a success, I guess you could say. But, yeah, that's all I probably got to say. I mean, now I hope to hear watermelon become the new craze. Just remember, watermelon is not a fruit, but a vegetable. Life is forever changed. Alright, well, if you have any questions, which I don't see why you would, or any income, I'm done.